Video shoot for Mike and Adam at the Midnight Jury discussing, as you were, Arn and Tully not being the prototypical WWE wrestlers in SummerSlam 1989. Let it be known this: that Vince McMahon had a vision, and that vision was that through the turmoil of Jim Herd and that going on at WCW at the time, he reached out and was signed the weakest contractually mandated wrestlers, that being Arn and Tully of the Four Horsemen. He then, some months later, was able to sign Barry Windham. He also brought in James J. Dillon. It was his utmost hope to have been able to sign and steal away Ric Flair from the WCW due to the ongoing turmoil and contract negotiations and utter hatred between Herd and Flair. This unfortunately didn't occur, but if it had, what you were seeing was this: the Brainbusters would have been under the tutelage of Bobby the Brain Heenan. They had claimed the World Tag Team titles. Barry Windham, under his Widowmaker gimmick or whatever they would have had at the time, was going to become the Intercontinental Champion, all on his own. Ric Flair would have been brought in by Bobby the Brain Heenan, possibly James J. Dillon, and a new stable would have been formed under obviously a different name of sorts. But Vince would have had the Four Horsemen in the WWF. And this heel stable of all separate champions were going to join together for a first time ever in a WWF ring and rule the entire roost, holding all the gold belts. It was no secret that Vince McMahon had said, and continues to say, if he would have been able to sign Ric Flair back in the 80s, he never would have had to sign Hulk Hogan, and Hulkamania would never have happened, and he would have been able to be as successful, if not more, and the direction of the WWF would have drastically changed to a more adult-oriented product way back then in the late mid-80s into the 90s. Just reaching out and giving you that little piece of history that I like to offer up back in the day on my programs that I put forth out there. You guys check out now and then with my compadres at the Can-Am Wrestling Show, Andre Corbeil, Big Ray Show. Shout outs to my amigos. But I just wanted to let you guys know here that that was the plan. And unfortunately it fell through and was held up, and the Brainbusters wound their way back to WCW. Barry fell apart, and Flair managed to come into the WWF as it was, and history was made. And that's a story for another day, and that's something that we would talk about down the road. Thank you for your work at the Midnight Jury, my brothers at the Shining Wizards Network, Eddie, Matt, Tony, all of you is too many to mention. Big Phil Raya. Matt, you're my brother. I'm loving you. As far as that egg-sucking dog tag team partner of Phil Raya, always wanting to shoot the shit with the show on the air. Time is coming, brother. Time is coming. I digress. I'm only kidding with you. Love you to death. Mega Powers Dave. I'll talk to you later. Peace out, Sidney Chadwick. Have a blessed morning. Enjoy your Sunday and the rest of the weekend.